Hey there guys, alright, today we are back with some more geography. Now this time we are on to Barbados. Just a couple things to say here at the beginning before we dive right in. Remember to go check out the links down below in the comments, in my pinned comment, or in the description box. The two most important link in my opinion is the link to my Twitch channel, where if you go follow me, you'll be notified of when I go live with some fun, and you can hang out and chat. The other important link there is my gaming channel link, which is where I am uploading old Twitch streams to. Currently being uploaded is the Mass Effect 3 playthrough. Well, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and just dive right into learning about Barbados.
So, Rihanna's from here.
Riri is from Barbados? Now I fucking love this place more than I did before.
It's time to learn geography
now.
Hey everybody, I'm your host Paul Barbado, not Barbado. I grew up with that a lot as a kid, and today we're gonna upgrade it.
You know what, I could totally, yeah, that makes... I probably would have been, no, I don't think I would have been one of those because they call him Barbado. Unless, of course, he was my friend and we did it as like a knowingly joking thing, then I probably would have. Or I probably would have just called him Paulie B. Or just Paul. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Goes to the Barbados. So let's dissect the flag. And trust me, this one's gonna be insanos.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave now after that one. Oh, that was bad.
Bam! The first thing you may notice about the
That's
flag
a
is that
good
there
flag.
is a freaking trident on it.
Yeah.
Commonly referred to as the Broken Trident, it represents the nation of Barbados breaking away from the historical constitutional ties as a former British colony. The 3 points represent the 3 principles of democracy, government of, for, and by the people.
I like
The
that.
vertical band of gold representing the sands of Barbados' beaches, and the blue represents the sea and the sky of Barbados. I like flags with weapons.
Paul.
Alright, so here's where Barbados is located. Barbados is located in the Atlantic Ocean just east of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Caribbean. You would think Barbados is part of the Caribbean, but you would be wrong and fail because technically it's located 100 miles away in the Atlantic Ocean, but you're not
That's 100 miles? God damn.
that wrong and fail because it's also considered part of the Caribbean by pretty much everybody else, so it's not that big of a deal, and I'm sorry, I love you guys. Anyway, essentially, Barbados is kind of awkward.
I thought, so wait, is it or is it not part of the Caribbean? So technically it's not, but really everyone, probably even people from Barbados assume just say they're part of the Caribbean? Right? Am I understanding things right?
Stuck between the two. It's like Vampire Caribbean and Werewolf Atlantic. Barbados, I will always love you for all eternity. No, Barbados, I am the only one for you. I will always love you. A lot of people say that the shape of Barbados looks like a pear or a leg of mutton.
I see the mutton.
Personally think it looks like a thumbs up, just without any of the other fingers. Yeah! In terms
So a nub with a thumb.
of its borders, things are gonna get really easy because Barbados is just one single island. Like, seriously, there are no other affiliated islands. It's just
Wow, really?
one lonely island.
Oh.
The total land area is about
Huh.
430 square
That's
kilometers
simple.
and has a coastline length of about 97 kilometers, so you could drive around the entire island in less than a day, or you could power crawl across the entire island in about 30 hours.
What the fuck is that? That is tiny. God damn.
With no rest and no
How many
stops.
fucking people
The
live
capital
here?
is Bridgetown, located in the southwest part of the island, and the country is divided up into 11 parishes, and each parish you can find delightfully named towns like Friendship
Aw.
and Pie Corner. I wish this whole country was made of pie.
Ah,
Is it? Let's find out in...
that'd be cool if it was made out of pie. Be delicious.
No, it's not made of pie.
Damn
and
it.
unlike many of the other islands in the area, it's made up of over 85% coral limestone.
Oh.
Lime. Barbados is also unique in that its geographic location avoids catastrophe very well. Let's elaborate. First of all, if you look at the map, all the other islands of the Lesser Antilles form an arc alongside a tectonic plate and are like volcanic and stuff. Barbados is way out on the east and does not have any volcanoes.
Oh.
And add on top of that, it's outside of the hurricane belt, meaning that most hurricanes generally miss or barely graze Barbados. Barbados is all like, man, whatever, I do what I want. I don't need no volcano, y'all. I'm hot enough as it is. And y'all hurricanes, out of my face. out of my face. Barbados, just like many of the other Caribbean islands, is generally flat, but now here's the thing. A lot of the land is arable, about 3/4, but they aren't really dependent on agriculture anymore. Before the 1950s, Barbados was kind of like on a sugar high. Sugar production dominated the economy, but like most sugar highs,
Is he okay in this episode? This is very different than the last one.
seizure and death. Nah, just kidding. No, but seriously, sugar prices dramatically fell. Fortunately, Barbados was smart and shifted their focus to other means of revenue like tourism, business, and like many other adorable islands, offshore banking sectors.
Oh my god, I love it when they do the offshore banking. Oh.
As they decided to become kind of somewhat of a tax haven, which drew in tons of international investors, which just goes to
Does he have a is that a grain of sugar on his chin? It's shiny. And it wasn't there at the beginning. I'm assuming that's one of the sugars.
show not charging people for things will definitely make them like you. Oh yeah, and Barbados
True.
has some beautiful beaches, coral reefs, and caves. But they've always been
my
huge
God.
fans of rum.
I don't like rum. I've only had a couple different kinds of rum. Don't like rum. Now, of course, this rum is probably higher quality rum because Barbados rum. I probably still wouldn't like it. Sorry, Jack Sparrow.
In fact, they are home to the oldest rum distillery in the world, which opened up in the piratey years of the early 1700s. Mount Gay, Mount Gay Rum. There's a saying that Barbados has as
That's a funny name.
many churches as rum shops, and to this day, rum alone makes up about 9% of the entire economy.
Holy
Most
shit.
of the rum was made from whatever leftover sugar was from the sugar high. Church sugar rum, that's all you need in Barbados. Toss in a Rihanna, and then bam! Well, Rihanna is one Barbadian, but let's talk about the rest.
Rihanna's the only one you need to know about.
Hey, what do you call a newborn Barbadian?
That
A
baby.
Barbabian! Okay, I just had to open this with something. Barbados has about 285,000 people, or a few more than Vanuatu. 90%
285,000 people fit in that small fucking island. Damn.
of all Barbadians are of Afro-Caribbean descent or mixed descent, and the remaining 10% of the population include groups of Europeans along with Asians. As mentioned before,
okay.
there are lots of churches in Barbados, as 95% of the population identifies as Christian, of which 70% are regularly active. The largest denominations are Anglican, and the other branches like Methodists and Baptists. Barbados is
Okay.
also known to live long. Barbados and Japan have the highest per capita occurrences of centenarians in the world. Must be something in that rum. Barbados is the only country in the Caribbean to have been a colony of the British Empire for over 300 years, which is why it is affectionately called sometimes as Little England. Of course, English is the official language, but with a distinguishable but subtle Barbadian dialect known as Bajan. Located in the southwest part of the country is Bridgetown, the capital, which has a little bit more than a third of the population. Bridgetown keeps it
Okay.
old school. They like to maintain a lot of their colonial buildings from a long time ago. Also, if you go to Barbados, you'll most likely return as they have the highest repeat visitor factor in the region at 39%.
Holy
mainly
shit.
because Barbadians are so super nice and friendly. Also, it's so great to visit that it's one of the only places in the world that George Washington ever traveled outside of the US. Of course, culturally, they enjoy a lot of steel drum calypso music, carnival, and they have a harvest festival called Crop Up. And more recently, Rihanna's birthday has actually become a very important day for Barbados. And whenever she comes back, the locals, they'll tell you that they love her, they're proud of her, but they don't treat her like royalty. She's just like one of the family. Barbadians are also flying
Rihanna's royalty. Like, let's be real here. Royalty.
fish fanatics. They have flying fish coins, flying fish sculptures, flying fish on their
Lots of flying
coat
fish.
arms, flying fish holograms on their passports. They're
Holograms?
even known as the land of the flying fish. And the national dish is kuku, which is a paste made out of corn.
That looks fucking delicious. I'm not much of a fish guy. I don't eat sushi. I don't even really like fish that much. Like, I can't remember the last time I had fish. That looks fucking good.
Meal and okra, and flying fish. They love flying fish so much that they eat them, as you do with everything that you love. Finding
Yes.
Nemo got it wrong. In Barbados, fish are friends and food. Speaking of friends. Barbados loves people. For the most part, they have great relationships with all of their neighbors, especially the ones in the CARICOM community, as Barbados was a founding member of CARICOM. Many Barbadians actually
Nice.
also have family members in many of these island nations. They have
Yeah,
6
no,
official on-site embassies for other countries, but also have many off-site embassies for countries like Colombia, Denmark, and France, hosted in other countries like Jamaica, Mexico, and Belgium. Otherwise, they have nearly 20 consulates in other countries. When it comes to the UK, not only do they have a tight historical relationship, but also a modern-day diplomatic one that displays a great cultural affection. Barbados is a Commonwealth country, with Queen Elizabeth as technically the head of state. And to this day,
Okay.
Barbados has more British nationals living in it than any other country in the Caribbean, and the third in the Americas after the US and Canada.
Nice.
In terms of their best friends, they more or less might consider Trinidad and Tobago. Granted, in the past, they did have territorial disputes over maritime boundaries,
from it,
and there was
Fishmare.
that one song that McPhee wrote that kind of pissed off the Barbadians when he said Barbados was part of Trinidad and Tobago. But all of that aside,
Oh.
they get along amazingly well and love to see each other whenever the opportunity comes for them to visit. The two countries also signed an agreement to construct a 177-mile-long liquid natural
Why did Paul animate? Yeah, that looks pretty sus. Paul, what the fuck?
gas pipeline between the two to share resources and energy. In conclusion, Barbados is... No, I can't even do this. Rihanna, why didn't you answer my tweets? I tweeted you like 4 times. Come on. You had this opportunity. Stay tuned. Belarus is coming up next.
I agree with the last statement. Rihanna, why? I don't have a Twitter. That was Geography Now, Barbados. Yeah, this was pretty good. As I've said in previous videos, of course, like I keep mentioning this like every time. I think this was definitely one of those videos where they don't need to revisit it and expand on it. This felt a proper length for Barbados, in my opinion. So, yeah. I have nothing to add here at the end. This was well made. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.